Sometimes the world tells you that you're too poor, too weak, too small, or simply not good enough. But when you carry a dream in your heart, even when your eyes see only struggles, your vision can change your destiny forever. Cristiano Ronaldo's life is not just a story about football. It is a story about hunger, about pain, about a little boy who cried silently in the dark, not because he was afraid of the night, but because he was afraid his dreams would be taken away from him. He was born in a small island called Madeira, a place known for its beauty but also for its poverty. His family was poor, so poor that sometimes there wasn't enough food on the table. His father worked as a gardener and a kitman at a local football club, often returning home drunk while his mother struggled to feed the family. But Ronaldo was different. From a very young age, he carried something inside him that nobody could see, a fire. He didn't just want to play football, he wanted to conquer the world with it. As a child, Ronaldo played barefoot on the streets of Madeira with broken balls made out of rags. He didn't have expensive shoes, not even proper clothes, but he had speed in his legs and courage in his heart. His classmates laughed at him because he spoke with a different accent and because he was too skinny. Teachers told him football was a waste of time. Even family members advised him to focus on studies, not on dreams that seemed impossible. But he never listened. Every morning, before the sun even touched the sky, Ronaldo would sneak out of his small home and run. He ran up hills, down narrow streets, across beaches. He ran until his lungs burned and his legs shook. He wasn't running away from poverty. He was running toward his dream. His father often scolded him for being reckless, for playing football all day and not helping at home. "You'll never make it, Cristiano. This isn't a game, it's life," he would yell. But the boy didn't hear the words as discouragement. He heard them as a challenge. At the age of 8, Ronaldo was already showing signs of extraordinary talent. Local coaches were amazed at his speed, his agility, his control over the ball despite his small frame. But talent alone wasn't enough. His family couldn't afford proper training or expensive football clubs. So every day after school, Ronaldo would practice on the streets, imagining huge stadiums filled with cheering fans, imagining himself scoring goal after goal. The hunger was real. Some days he had nothing to eat but bread and water. Some nights he would lie in bed hungry and cry silently, afraid to wake anyone. Yet hunger never dimmed his determination. It fueled it. Hunger became his coach, poverty became his trainer, and ridicule became his motivation. At age 12, Ronaldo's life took a drastic turn. Sporting Lisbon scouts came to Madeira to watch local talent. Ronaldo, barely able to afford the trip, convinced his mother to let him go. He took the ferry and the bus, wearing patched clothes and worn shoes, carrying only hope. The scouts were stunned. His speed, his footwork, and his vision of the game were unlike anything they had ever seen. At that moment, a small barefoot boy from the streets had begun his journey toward greatness. Moving to Lisbon was not easy. He had to leave his family behind. The boy who had never seen stability in life suddenly had to live alone, train rigorously, and face pressures he had never imagined. He missed his mother's cooking, his father's gruff voice, even the noisy streets of Madeira. Yet every time he felt lonely or scared, he would remember the streets where he ran barefoot and the hunger that had taught him resilience. In the training academy, other boys mocked him for being small, for being from a poor island, for daring to dream bigger than his circumstances. "You'll never make it to the top," they said. Ronaldo heard them, but he didn't answer. He let his feet do the talking. Every dribble, every pass, every shot was a message. "I belong here." By age 15, he was already considered one of the most promising young players in Portugal. But life had more tests. He was diagnosed with a heart condition that could have ended his career before it even began. Doctors told him he might never play professionally if he continued intense training. Many would have given up, but Ronaldo refused. With determination and medical supervision, he overcame the condition, training harder than ever. The sacrifices were immense. He often trained twice a day, ran kilometers even when tired, skipped meals to save money, and endured injuries that would have broken others. Friends came and went, but his vision remained. He wasn't playing for fame. He was playing for survival, for his family, for the boy who once ran barefoot on the dusty streets of Madeira dreaming of greatness. At 17, Ronaldo made his professional debut for Sporting Lisbon's senior team. That day, the boy who had been told he was too poor, too weak, too small, scored a goal that stunned the stadium. The crowd erupted and scouts from top European clubs took notice. His dream of playing on the biggest stages of football was no longer a fantasy. It was becoming reality. Soon after, Manchester United came calling. Moving to England was another challenge. New language, new culture, intense competition. But Ronaldo adapted. Every day was a battle against self-doubt, homesickness, and pressure. Yet his work ethic set him apart. While others relaxed, he trained harder. While others celebrated small victories, he aimed higher. At Manchester United, he faced critics who said he was flashy but inconsistent. He faced teammates who doubted his commitment. But Ronaldo's silent determination was unstoppable. Through injuries, missed goals, and harsh criticism, he pushed forward. His dedication transformed him from a talented youth into one of the world's greatest footballers. Years later, playing for Real Madrid, Ronaldo became a global icon. Records were broken, trophies were won, and yet he never forgot the streets of Madeira. Every charity donation, every visit to children in need, every motivational speech carried the memory of that barefoot boy who ran on dusty roads, hungry and determined. Even now, Ronaldo's story is more than football. It is a testament to the power of dreams, resilience, and relentless hard work. From poverty to global stardom, from ridicule to respect, from hunger to abundance, Ronaldo proved that no circumstance is too strong to crush a determined heart. Parents tell their children about him. Coaches show videos of his goals. Children in streets all over the world dream of emulating him. Why? Not just because he scores goals, but because he embodies a truth. Your beginnings do not define your end. Your struggles do not define your destiny. Only your courage, your sweat, and your heart do. One day, Ronaldo returned to Madeira. Standing in the streets where he once played barefoot, he smiled, remembering every hardship, every tear, every insult that had fueled him. He touched the dusty ground and whispered silently, "Thank you, my streets. Thank you for teaching me how to fight." And in that moment, it was clear. The boy who once had nothing had become more than a football legend. He had become a symbol of hope, of perseverance, of what it truly means to never give up.